Yo, what's up? We have the app. We are okay to show it publicly now. If you didn't know, there's an app, an alpha test. The beta will be coming shortly to all the backers. There's a little Discord button for everyone. We're just going to confirm on this menu. It's a little weirdly resolution here, but look at it. Oh, I love the opening. The music is great. I've had the app for quite a few months now just to help bug test, and I was mind-numbingly doing the same actions over and over again for the developers just to help bug test. But man, the app's in a fantastic spot now because of that. Like, there's tons of great people working and just bug testing, looking at stuff. Dan slowly added, I think there's like 200 people in the alpha out of the 7,000 and change backers, so you guys are getting in soon. But let's just take a look around, right? I guess we'll start with the profile on the top. We can choose our card sleeves for our main deck, and you can also choose these by specific deck in the deck builder, but you can choose by specific sleeve for your main deck and your spirit deck, your playmat that you'd like. I love my earth cards. I love my fruit. I love my earth. I gotta save that. You can change your caster name. Got a profile picture. Of course, the profile picture has to be Bob. I believe they're gonna add more when they actually put the shop in. They don't have a shop yet, but that's to be expected. Right now, there's a special option button. This doesn't do anything right now. You can save, make your account, all that jazz. Fairly straightforward there. Let's jump into the catalog. Now in the catalog, we don't have any of our special arts or alt arts, artist collections, etc. Just everything in the core set that's functionally unique, and anything in the promo packs that's functionally unique. Particularly Bob is here. Even though it's not in set 1, it's in the promo pack for set 1, so it's here to be playable as well as Firmine. So we have a total of 129 cards to access to in the catalog here, which is all of our functional cards for set 1. So they're all here. We can sort. So if we open up here, we have a sorter, and we can also use this as a filter. None of this is final UI, be aware, but most of it is pretty much there and clean. So if we want only to see our fire cards, we can filter by fire. We can filter by fire and earth maybe. So now we have all of our fire and earth cards. If we want to say only look at our generic stuff, there's all of our generic runes. Maybe we'll want to look at anything that's thunder and cost 2. Right? There's all what thunder 2 costs. Good to note, 2 costs and has thunder in it shows up, so Griffuse being hybrid still shows up in that sorter. Sorter's pretty, I mean, honestly the filter here is way better than the sorter. The sorter can be a little iffy. We also have Elestrals subclass filtering, only really relevant for the Ursas right now. Nothing else is necessarily based on these subclasses, and our rune types, which could be pretty relevant, especially when you're trying to figure out, oh, what more counter runes do I need to put in. So catalog's there, you can see it. We'll jump to the next menu, which is packs. So this is literally just a pack simulator. Straight up, that's all it's going to do. We can just hit our bunch of new packs, see what cards we pull. Not super relevant, like we're not pulling packs. Oh, there's actually, you can pull some full arts even though they're locked behind a future paywall, and a hollow spirit just popped up there quickly. That's why we got a giant spirit image. But now the cool thing is, from this pack simulator, we can take our session log, and usually it would let us, maybe it's taken away right now, but usually we can take the setting, they had it in the past, we could take the session log and then import it into the deck builder to do draft decks and such. That might be taken away at the moment while they're working on the whole full art situation in the packs, perhaps, because full arts shouldn't be available for normal play right off the bat unless you pay for it, and that's their monetization goal. We're going to skip play for now in PvP. Let's go jump into how you build a deck. Alright, so we're jumping into the deck editor now, right? So there's all the starter decks you start off with, right? We can just take a peek at those. There they all are with all of our cards in order, right? We have our Sprouters, September, you know, starter decks, right? And then we have, off the bat, we just have our 3 just blank decks right here. We can also always add a new deck or import a string of text to import a deck from somebody else. Perhaps someone shared a deck, etc. Now, let's just go ahead and build a deck real quick. Let's go build a control fruit deck, right? So we'll go name the deck here. I'm controlling my phone through my computer, so it's going to be a little bit weird on the controls here for myself, so don't mind me if I pause a moment while I'm doing this. And let's start putting together a deck. So look up Ambrosia, because that should give us all of our fruit cards. Yep, so we definitely need our 3 Lodogons for fruit, we need 3 Totayas. Search up Apple for Golden Apple Discord. We're gonna go grab, what else do we need in Earth? We need Panda. Get a couple pandas. I personally like to play Arise from in my fruit decks because it's just nice to be able to get those back into play. We're gonna need our nectars. You know what, let's just go ahead and filter by Earth here so we can help. So what else do I need in the deck? We're gonna use Rummagem or 2. Gonna use some Equilinxes because Equilinx is great. A couple of Demeters. Definitely need our Earthquakes in the deck. Definitely gonna need all of our Teratlas to go ahead. Now I like to have a small Thunder package in the deck as well, so let's come out of Earth and go into Thunder here. And I like to have a couple of Thunderstorms in this deck, and I like to put 3 Astrabits in the deck. Just because it helps filter. So now, in here, this will kind of help us fill between catalog and our deck. So let's take off our filters and go back and take a peek at where our deck is at the moment. So 32 cards, 16. I should have probably just pulled up my my actual list, but we're getting here so far. Oh, we need our counter runes. That's what I am missing. Let's go back to catalog and go pull up generic runes. We're definitely going to need our Gorgons. We're going to have our Nectar. Probably a couple shields, couple PTAs. And what else might we need? Probably take oh, it did take 3 Gorgons. Take the Poison Tip. Or, you know what? Leaf is probably better with the combo deck focused. Again, I probably should have looked up my deck list beforehand. Clear the filters out so we can actually see what our deck is currently. Oh, and we need our Zappy Boys. And there is a fruit deck. It's not quite my exact normal fruit deck, but hey, it's a deck. So we're going to save this deck. Pop it right there. And now if you wanted to, say, share this deck with someone, we could export the deck list. So now it's copied. And I could say, also, I'm going to make this my active deck, so when I go into PvP, it's the first thing that pops up. And now if I want to, say, import this deck, because let's say I shared this link to somebody, I could just paste from clipboard. There's the same deck. And now I will have a copy of that deck. Okay, it did work. Just had a little bit of visual bug. We're back, we're fine. I accidentally imported the fruit deck 3 times, so let's just delete a few extra copies. I thought it wasn't working. It was working. I guess didn't scroll down enough to see them past the deck 2 button. Whoops. Yeah, so we have our fruit deck. All of our starter decks here. So that's how you build a deck. Everything's all there for you. Let's go back to the main menu. Alright, so let's just jump into play mode now. Now, play mode, it's not actually playing the game. It's just a sandbox mode, so you can text your draws, your deck, like what you basically pull, test your opening hand, stuff like that. There is an opponent there. The opponent doesn't ever do anything, so if I were to pass my turn to my opponent, they would just sit there and do nothing. We can cast our cards, right? Now from our hand, let's just go through the menus. You can cast, you can choose the discard menu, close this menu, alert to a card in your hand, sometimes relevant, or you can reveal a card to your opponent, and they'll be able to see that card in your hand. You can see any actions you take right here. This is the game log here. It will tell you whatever actions happened. And you could say cast any kind of rune. There's face up, face down. For Elestrals, you can cast attack or defense. Might help if I actually give it a spirit to choose from. Additionally, let's say I want to cast this Earthquake without spirits from my spirit deck. I can go show on field and use spirits from the field. and the spirits will just go with their earthquake, and I can cast, and then these guys I will have to manually move to the destroy pile because that's just how the sandbox works. But for the moment, we're just going to throw this earth back onto Drataya here. We will send this to the underworld by destroying it from the field. We also add it to hand, right? So from our board, we can cast this from face down, we can move it, we can destroy it, we can add it to our hand again, or we can just alert it, right? We can always look at our spirit deck and manage it, so we can click on spirits here in the manage mode and move it to specific relevant zones. So let's say we're just enchanting return, stuff like that. We can draw cards, we can browse, mill, look, shuffle. And then on our opponent's side, we can alert to their cards, their spirit deck, etc. Again, this is an alpha, so just be aware there's a few minor visual bugs here or there, but the game runs pretty decently. If we want to ascend an Elestral, we can hit ascend, click our ascending Elestral in hand, add the spirit that we are always required to use, and bam, there's our ascended Elestral. And we can always change our mode, defense, offensive, Nexus. We can choose spirits to take spirits. Let's say we want to take spirits from next Lagon and move them to Thunderstorm, which normally can't do in a game, but hey, we can do it because it's Sandbox, so you have the Nexus function there. Everything else is pretty straightforward. Attack, so when we can declare attacks on our opponent's Elestrals by clicking attack and clicking the card we want to attack. Disenchant, if we want to just move spirits off, say we're using a panda ability or something. Or we can just destroy it and it'll send all the Elestrals and spirits and artifacts enchanted to that Elestral into the underworld. So that's the basis of the play mode. There is draw, main, battle, and end phase buttons here. Only battle and end work right now. The battle button is more of a formality. End button will actually end your turn. Say it's your opponent's turn, and start your opponent's turn. They'll highlight, they'll draw a card, and their turn will start. Again, this is not even a bot in the play mode, so we're not going to see anything happen here. So let's just go leave the game. There's error reporting, etc. Again, it's an alpha, so there's a little bit of text overlay here and there, but overall the app looks really good. So I guess let's go jump into PvP mode. I'll show you the basic menu, and then I'll see if we can find a game to play before I get off this. You can host games, pick your decks up here. Weird little order here, maybe it's but you can private the game. If you private the game, no one can see it, or rather you'll be able to see it, but you can only join with the passcode. Go to game list. No one's currently playing, so let's go see if I can find somebody to play a game with quick. So I'm just gonna go host game with control fruit. Get a little game menu here. Oh, this is new. This is pretty. There's a little bit of a visual bug here. I think that run's supposed to be here, and this is supposed to glow with that, but hey, it's an alpha. But they just changed this. It looks really nice. It used to be a little bit more of a blank menu with just names. So it's looking pretty nice. I'll see you guys if I get into a game. Oh! Didn't even have to wait that long. Cool. Who am I playing against? Let's just jump into the game, I guess. I don't know how well this is gonna go. Tails, so my opponent gets to choose first. Hello again, DLHF. Good luck, have fun, always. Alright, so I'm going first. Let's just start with the defensive Drataya. I don't want to use my Ambrosia just yet, but I do want to potentially feign that I have a counter rune or whatnot. That's all I'm going to do for this turn. I could have used Rummagem here to start searching up some other answers, but I'll give my opponent a chance. This is first game on the app for probably some people, but I don't know. Oh, and we got some people spectating. Fun. We'll see what he plays. I am curious. I don't know if this person has used the app a bunch or not, or even has played the game a bunch or not, but we'll find out as we go. Got Sprouters, use Sprouter effect, cool. You can go probably find Scythe of Demeter if he's playing Centaur starter deck or whatnot. I don't know how many people have built decks yet. We are just in a little bit of an alpha phase. I don't know who has been playing lots of games and who hasn't. I'll ask him if he needs some walkthroughs because not a lot of people use the app yet, so if I have to handhold him a little bit, that's fine because we're all new, right? Alright, yeah, I think he figured out. He did search that Scythe out. Alright, so he is new. Alright, this is cool, playing against someone helping him out. This is fine. It'll be interesting to see what he does. Putting some face downs into play, always a decent option. Now I could play Jotaya here and draw a ton of cards, which I think is what I'm going to do here. But first, let's cast this Thunderstorm before I play Ambrosia. So we're Thunderstorm destroys face down before we go into... Ooh, it's a Poison-Tipped Arrow. That is nice to see gone. Now, I don't have a way to get over the Sprouter yet, but I am just still going to go for this Drataya defense play and draw a bunch of cards here. Play Ambrosia. Gonna go recover. Not our Thunderstorm. Put those back into our Spirit deck. And then we're gonna alert. They moved the alert button from where I'm used to seeing it. Alert. And alert. Let my opponent know what I'm doing. Draw 4. Oh, thank you, game. Oh, and now we'll get rid of this Ambrosia. Technically goes away before the triggers, but that's relevant. We'll get these defensive cards going and face down here, and we're going to end our turn. Opponent's turn, see what he gets. I think he's playing this entire starter deck because he seems new to the app, so I don't know where he's going to go. Yeah, exactly what I just said, huh? Why are you just having a good time? Oh, he's using his own Thunderstorm, not Gorgons, please. And he gets the Gorgons. Yeah. I wanted that. Oh, okay. I mean, I have Poison Tipped Arrow, so if he tries to play anything here, it's going to get Poison Tipped Arrowed. If he just enchants the Spider, puts in an attack position, I'm actually in a rough spot. If he goes, say, Timber and enchants it, I am in a terrible spot. Or he can just use Demeter to get over my stuff, so we'll see what he does. Probably going to enchant it with 2 or 3. I'd assume he's probably going to do 3. Just because. Yeah, and the Divine Runes, you can only off the cast enchant it with 1, but you just hit the enchant button and tap 2 spirits and enchant it that way. And then you can disenchant it to show you're using the ability. Yep, so he's pumping his Sprouter up. Not in the best spot unless I can find Lotagon off the top. Or I could potentially play Panda to get Ambrosia's going to get more draw power, but then I give up my board state. He's going to recover a ton of spirits here. And that is an empowered Sprouter. Really beefy Sprouter. See if he remembers to put it into attack position. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so he's going to recover 2 Earth from destroying one of my ties here. He still hasn't played an Elestral, so if he has an Elestral, he can cast something still. But we shall see. Looks like he's just going to attack. He's highlighting his Sprouter here. Yep. So he gets to recover 2. Alright. Ooh, Rise from the Ashes. See, this is interesting. I could potentially use Panda here to get Ambrosia back, Rise to Jotaya, and just go weird, crazy like that. But I think I'm just going to put... Man, I don't know. That's a 5 attack Sprout. I need to find a way to get over that Sprout here soon. I think I'm going to go use Ash Rabbit here and look for an Earthquake. So let's use this. Alert. And we are going to look. Oh no, I DC'd! Well, I'm not going to... I DC'd there, that's my problem. My internet always kind of gets a little awkward around this time, but that is the core of the game. You play games out like that, and that's going to be the end of this video. I'll definitely get some more gameplay soon here, and I just want to show off the app a bit. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Sorry for the unfulfilling finished game. It stinks that I DC'd and didn't get to reconnect in time. My internet pooped out. It happens. So Hey, but I'll see you guys in the next video. And it's cool that I got to record this. I didn't expect to record this so soon. I thought we're going to have some time before I could show you guys. But there's the alpha app, and I'll see you guys in more games in the future.